It is time to pull the rest of these heads of cabbages out of here. These cabbage heads, these heads of cabbages, because it's getting too hot. It's been in the 90s, so this is what we're getting. Now these are still sweet right now, but they're getting chewed up. Some of them have decided, like, that's as big a head as I'm gonna make. Okay, fine. If it would stick in the 70s, even the 80s, it would be fine. But what's happening is they're starting to get chewed up. So we're gonna take what we can get. And we have to remember, we have terrible soil here. I've gotten some very good cabbages, and I am not complaining. These cabbages taste great, even though they're small. I wanna try some of the big ones. Now, when Scott Head was here, he told me that he's growing a very nice big variety. Now you see this? This kind of damage has been happening lately. It's just falling apart. The time is over. And I don't know if this is mechanical damage or if this is the plant just tearing itself apart because it wants to bolt. But this cabbage here, that's a chicken's cabbage. That's going into the cull cabbages. And I did something that I think is clever. I planted my tomatoes, some tomatoes here in between. See, this one's making a tomato. In between the cabbages. So in the rows, as I was harvesting cabbages, I would take cabbages out and I would put the tomatoes in. So what I'm gonna do is take these old cabbages here, the ones that I'm not feeding to the chickens, and mulch around the tomatoes in the row. So the tomatoes got planted even before many of these cabbages started heading up, and we pulled out a lot of the very best of the cabbages. And now it's like we just need to pull the rest of them. They will keep in the fridge for a while, and it's time for us to pull them in before they all get destroyed out here. Slugs have started to show up, and of course they're splitting. They don't like the heat, and yeah, we're getting this kind of damage. That's slug damage right there. Now, the great thing about cabbage is you can just keep peeling it back until you get to a nice spot. And you can say, hey man, that's a beautiful cabbage actually. I don't know how that happened. It certainly didn't look like that in the garden, but you peel far enough, there's a nice little cabbage in there somewhere. That's kind of the way it is with people. Somewhere inside, there's a part of them that's not damaged by slugs. That looks like a kitchen cabbage. See slugs? It's just, the slugs are just telling me it's time to harvest the cabbages, that's all. But you gotta be careful if you have slugs. You don't want to inadvertently eat a slug because you could end up with problems that way. You can get sick. You can get various diseases like meningitis, infections, because slugs can carry things that we are not able to deal with. It's beautiful. They've been moist and beautiful, and it's been hot and dry. But they got what they needed at the right time. And you can't buy food. I'll take my little cabbages over anything in the grocery store. These guys have had micronutrients. They have not been sprayed with anything horrible.
Get up in the morning time, making biscuits. Get up in the middle of the noonday, biscuits. Get up in the afternoon, making biscuits. Get up in the middle of the nighttime, biscuits. B-I-S-C-U-I-T. Here's to you.
That's 11. $12, $13. So up here, 642. That's the year's total so far. It's the next day. And as you can tell, it's the hot part of the day.
I think the chickens will appreciate some coleslaw. If you look at this bad soil that we have here, and no, we got 91 pounds of cabbages. They're not the prettiest cabbages, but there are cabbages. And the amazing thing, I think, is that the cabbages grew in this. Look at this. You guys have seen this before. This is terrible. And if I can do it, you can do it.
All right, guys. You like cabbages?
Some of these come with free slugs. So all we did to grow these cabbages was tilled an area up. I took my row marker thingy that has 3-foot wide pieces of 2x4 that stick down into the ground, and dragged it through there, and got a packet of seeds from the local seed store, sprinkled them down the rows, watered it in. We threw a little triple 13 out there. We threw micronutrients out there, and just kept it watered and going. And we did this in the fall. So these cabbages carried on through the winter and now are done. And what we ended up doing was, harvesting the biggest of them first. So the early count on my board are those big cabbages. And then now this is the dregs of the cabbages, where I'm like, well, it's in the 90s during the day, cabbages are done. So it's not really that difficult. They're not as high demand vegetable as you think they might be. And there's not really any waste. We spent $2 on seed, a couple bucks on fertilizer probably, maybe $1 on water tops. Most of it was just rainfall. You plant it at 3 feet, you don't really need a lot of care. And then whatever the cull cabbages are, they either got chopped and dropped and fed to our tomatoes and peppers, or they go in here and they get fed to the chickens, and they'll be converted into chicken, which is fantastic. So that's it. It's not that hard to grow cabbages. They are a very versatile and filling vegetable, really good for sauerkraut, very good for you health-wise in general, high in vitamin C, and they're something that anybody can grow in their garden. So we'll do it again in the fall, and when I do, I'll bring you along. Thanks for joining me. Catch you all later. And until then, may your thumbs always be green.
I went to see David the Good. We listened to Portishead and drank spiced rum.
Y'all like cabbages? How about we hear it for MC Davy G, who's going to rap about them.
Here we grow, harvesting our cabbages. Like a game, grab the stack at the Cabbages. Once you start, you just can't stop. Through the roof, to the moon like GameStop. Cabbages are fresh and they stay on beat. Keep your head in the game, you got to watch for the heat. And the slugs will shoot the rapid leaves right through. So peel up the damage so it looks brand new. Ooh, it's cool, you make wide rows. Then into the fresh furrows you sow your seed. Just sprinkle it and cover it light. Water it in so it soaks alright. A few days later, up come the sprouts. Let them grow a bit and then you thin them out. And then you feed what you got and you water well. Triple 13, nah, I won't tell. Every little cabbage just wants to get ahead with them tricky little genes. If it's time to bread, instead of getting loose like the custard kale. Yeah, they're rounding out tight and they're fitting in your bag. Give for yo, we give for shout. Cause there ain't nothing better than your homegrown sauerkraut. Call your ma, I call your pa. Cause there ain't nothing like that homegrown coleslaw.